Hi there, welcome to some ArcGIS. My name is Jordan. I'll be giving you a little bit of an exploratory guided tour of ArcMap and ArcCatalog, which are the two main programs in the Arc desktop suite that you'll be using to learn some new GIS techniques. So I have open here an untitled ArcMap clean. When you first open ArcMap, it will ask you if you want to open a new document or if you would like to open something that you've been working on before. You can also do the same thing. You can open up a new document here, open up a recent document here, save the document you've been working on here. You can do the same thing in File. Before we get started, I always advise going to File and opening up Map Document Properties and going to the bottom here and going to Path Names. Click Store Relative Path Names to Data Sources. Even though we haven't really explored this yet, I'll talk more about it later. This helps your ArcMap program be able to find what data you're using consistently, regardless of what you're keeping your map. Maps and data are very separate from one another, so you must always have path names to your data in order for your map to come together when you reopen it and want to keep working on it. Apply and X out. Next, we're going to take a look at ArcCatalog a little bit and how to import data. We have the ArcCatalog tab to the right. Sometimes that won't appear. It'll look more like this, or you may not even have the search. You can open up and add that tab here by clicking on the ArcCatalog icon. You can pin this by hitting the little pin button, and then you can open this up and you can start creating connections to folders to access your data. So here I have this folder connected. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that connection by right-clicking and hit Disconnect Folder, but then I'm going to go ahead and reconnect it because that is in fact the one I want, but that shows you how to get rid of them if you don't want them there. As you can see, I took this Connect to folder, I went and navigated to the folder I wanted, which was Explore Demo, and then I created a new connection by hitting OK. For Huxley students who are working in the Cell Lab, I highly recommend creating a connection to the J drive where the majority of data will be that you will need to be using on various projects. So let's get some data out of here. So here I have a couple of shapefiles. You can tell shapefiles because they have SHP at the end. Let's click and drag states over. As you can see here, the United States appear. You can also add data to your map by clicking Add Data. So we can click rivers and add rivers. You want to make sure that these are in the right order in your table of contents. These particular layers need to be in order, because if you put rivers underneath states, you can see they disappear. They're not gone, they're just underneath states. If you can see, this click box here can hide or show these layers, like so. So be sure that the layers you want to see are one on top of the other. If you need to move something around in one of your ARC files, you really want to use Catalog to do so. Now you can do this over here, but sometimes it's a little easier to actually open up Catalog itself, which is right here. We'll have this icon right here. Now if I want to learn more about something I'm interested in, a piece of data that I'm interested in, but I don't know exactly if I want to add it to my map yet, I can go to ArcCatalog and find out what exactly it looks like in preview. See interstates. You can get descriptions, which gives you metadata, years for instance, if you want to be sure you're using the most recent data, and just the contents. Now when you're moving stuff around, as I said, you really want to use ArcCatalog, and I'll show you why. If I were to navigate to this same folder here in Windows, which is in my desktop, Demos, Explore Demo, you can see these are the same files that are right here. These shapefiles are put together by ArcMap from all these little tiny bits to create what pieces of data you see there. Nicely organized and ready for you to put into your map. You can also create connections in this portion of ArcCatalog by using this button. Anytime you see this button, you can create a connection. And often if you select a folder, you can get rid of that connection as well. And if you start seeing issues with your data, there will be a little red exclamation point that will pop up, and you don't necessarily know exactly where your data has gone or where Arc thinks your data is, disconnect the folder and reconnect it, a bit like disconnecting and reconnecting to the Wi-Fi. And often that will solve a lot of problems. Alright, let's go back to ArcMap. Back in ArcMap, we can see here we have the United States. Let's go ahead and add a couple more layers. So let's add cities and interstates. Our map got a little bit more complicated. We want to see a little bit closer, but how do we do this? Typical zoom button, you can zoom in. I'm zooming in on the Great Lakes region, and there we have it. The cities, a little bit closer, a little bit easier to see, but the scale, you can see in this map scale here, this is not an ideal scale to be working in. If you pull this down, you can have any scale. This one is typically a good one for working at the state scale. The scale here will help you display the map at a scale that's most ideal for your reader. However, if you want to go back to a previous extent, all you need to do is hit these buttons and it will eventually take you back to the extent as far as you would like to go. Alright, that's been a little tutorial exploring ArcMap and ArcCatalog and the basics you might need to get started in adding data to your map and creating your own maps. Have a wonderful day. Next time.